Patton committed his best unit, the 10th Armored Division. They were known as the Tiger Division. On February 19th, the attack began. It was not a subtle maneuver. It was a sledgehammer. The American tanks roared forward. They smashed into the Dragon's teeth. Combat engineers ran forward under heavy machine gun fire to blow gaps in the concrete obstacles. It was slow. It was bloody. German artillery rained down from the hills. The 94th Infantry Division, fighting alongside the tanks, cleared the pillboxes one by one. They had to throw grenades into the firing slits. They had to use flamethrowers to burn the defenders out. For 3 days, it looked like a stalemate. The mud was winning. The American tanks were sliding off the roads. At Supreme Headquarters in Paris, the mood was anxious. Eisenhower's staff watched the progress on the map. They saw the Third Army moving inches at a time. They worried that Patton was getting bogged down. They worried about casualties. They began to draft plans to halt the operation. They wanted to shift resources to Montgomery in the north. Montgomery was preparing for his own massive crossing of the Rhine, and, as always, he demanded all the supplies. If Patton stalled, Eisenhower would take his fuel and give it to Monty. Patton knew this. He felt the clock ticking. He wasn't just fighting the Germans, he was fighting the politics of the Allied command. He drove to the front. He stood in the mud, yelling at the tank commanders, "Keep moving! If you stop, you die! Keep moving!" And then the line cracked. On February 24th, the 10th Armored Division broke through the main belt of the Siegfried Line. Suddenly, they were in the open. The German rear guard collapsed. The Tiger tanks began to run. They raced east toward the Saar River, toward Trier. By late February, Patton's forces were closing in on the city. But the Germans were not giving up Trier easily. The city was a natural fortress, surrounded by hills, protected by the Moselle River. The German High Command ordered that Trier be held to the last man. They flooded the approaches to the city. They rigged the bridges with explosives. At Allied headquarters, the intelligence reports were grim. They estimated that Trier was defended by thousands of troops. They identified anti-tank guns hidden